You guys ready? Okay. Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have got a Q&A session for you. I went on Instagram and my community page up on my YouTube channel and asked you guys, give me some questions. What do you want to know about me? And I got some questions for me and I got some questions for the dogs. That's why they're here. So stay tuned and we're going to answer those questions right now. So I have my laptop here with the questions and my glasses handy if I can't quite see them. So let's get started, okay? I'm going to do the Instagram questions first. And the first one is from, I believe it's pronounced Fonzie. And I'll put the picture of it here. And she asked, what sparked your interest in plants? What was your first plant? And were you nervous to start YouTube? Let's start off with what sparked my interest in plants. I moved about 3 years ago, maybe almost going on 4, from a home setting, a house, into an apartment setting. And at that time I was doing other things, other hobbies, which I'll get into in just a minute here. And I wasn't able to do them in the apartment setting. I didn't have the room. So I started collecting plants. I did have already some plants that I brought with me that I had on my patio, but living in an apartment setting and not having that other hobby to really do, I went the plant route. And the very first plant that I got for that apartment was the golden pothos and a sansevieria. Those were the first ones that I got. Like I said, I had some other perennial type plants in pots and things like that. But yeah, moving was the trigger that brought on the house plant obsession and balcony gardening obsession that I had. Now, as far as being nervous to start YouTube, if you go way back into my first videos, you'll notice that you don't see me. You see my hands, you hear my voice, but I didn't actually come around in front of the camera for quite a while. I was nervous, even though I record on my phone, I'm talking to my phone. It was nerve-wracking to know that it was going to go out to thousands of people. And, I was used to talking in front of people way back in the day. I was in human resources and I did a lot of training and orientations and things like that. So I was used to speaking in front of groups of people. But, starting YouTube, I was definitely nervous, Fonzie. Next one is from Myra, and I know Myra because Myra is my prima. She's my cousin. And she asked, did you always have a green thumb? No, I didn't. When I was working and the kids were growing up, the plants, I really didn't have time for them. And what plants my mom did try to give me, I really neglected and they died. So I did not have that green thumb that my mom had until much later, when I really started then to develop a green thumb by studying the plants that I had and learning how to take care of them. You can't just bring a plant home and just think that it'll survive. You really need to study. And that's what I did to develop my green thumb, because I didn't have a green thumb. I didn't necessarily inherit that from my mom initially. It came out afterwards. Next one from Instagram is Anavre, I believe it's pronounced. And she asked, what's your favorite travel destination? Well, I'm going to answer this in a couple of different ways. One, I love to go to Florida. I have a lot of family in Florida, and I do love to go to Florida, Miami Beach, the beach area there, Orlando, Walt Disney World. I love that area. But my number one place that I want to go to in the future is England. I am what they call an Anglophile. I'll put the definition up here. An Anglophile is a person that admires things from England, that, watches a lot of English movies and a lot of English TV and keeps up on the royals and what's happening with them. That's me. I even subscribe to a streaming channel called BritBox, and it's all English movies and TV shows and all of that stuff. I love English movies. I love Agatha Christie, the English mystery writer. I have a collection of her books. So yeah, I love everything England, and it is my dream to go one day to England, to the countryside, to the Cotswolds there, and stay in a little cottage and just drink tea. That is my dream, my dream destination to go to. Okay, so let's move on to YouTube questions. Poo Lover 119, she has a few questions here, so I'll take them one at a time. Says, hi Carmen, I would like to see and know more about your dogs. What breed they are, their age, and please show them more. Also, what is your ethnic background? How long have you lived in Arizona, and what are your goals for this year? Well, that's loud. Okay, let's break it down. Before I talk about the dogs, my ethnic background, I am Hispanic. I was born on the island of Cuba, and I came here when I was just a little girl. My parents, my brother, and my grandfather came in 1970. Actually, April this month will be, God, I hate to say it, it will be 50 years since we came. Now, I have been back to Cuba since we initially moved to the United States. I've been back several times. Last time, was back in 2005, 2006. Have not been able to go back since then, but my mom does try to go back every couple of years to visit her family there. I was raised in Los Angeles. That's where we went to when we came, and lived there until 89 when I moved here to Arizona. I met my future husband here, had 2 beautiful children here, and have stayed here. And every year around September, I threaten to leave Arizona because of the heat in the summer, but then October, November arrives and it's wonderful weather, and that thought leaves. But I am seriously thinking, we have already made a reconnaissance mission trip of sorts to Florida, to the Tampa area, Orlando area, where I do eventually want to move. But plans got thwarted a little bit. My daughter fell in love. She wanted to get married, and then everything changed after that. But it is my goal to move to Florida one day. As far as goals for this year, get past the pandemic for one, but I do want to do more with my channel. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers. That's my next channel goal, and I want to see if I can make more supplemental income from my channel. That's why I appreciate you guys so much and the interaction that you have with my channel, as far as the likes, dislikes, comments, watching the videos all the way through, watching all the ads as best you can. I know those St. Jude's ads are long, but I appreciate your watching as many ads as you can. So yeah, growing my channel is one thing that I really want to do this year, and grow my plant collection too. Now, as far as the dogs go, this here is Rosie. I've had Rosie since 2011. She was given to me by a friend of mine that he found her as a stray. And at that time, in 2011, I was going through cancer treatment. I was battling stage 3 ovarian cancer and going through chemo, and 18 months of chemo I went through, and clinical trials and all of that stuff. And Rosie was given to me, and she was truly such a comfort to me, and she still is. She has her certification as an emotional support dog, and she really is that. We believe she's about 12 years old now because she was a stray. I wasn't really sure how old she was, but the vets kind of gave us an age, and based on how long we've had her, she's 12 years old now. Now this guy here, you can see him. This guy here is Sam. Now Sam technically is not my dog. He is my daughter's dog, and we've had him going on a couple of years now, year and a half. He's almost 3. I believe. In August, he'll be 3. And he is a cross between, at the Humane Society, they told us cross between Dachshund and Chihuahua. I don't know, but he's short and long, so Dachshund definitely in him. Rosie, her hair grows. She's got poodle in her for sure, and Maltipoo maybe. And it's a love-hate relationship between these two, definitely. Now Rosie looks a little hazard because I had not been able to take her to the groomer, so I did her haircut this week. I invested in some razor from Amazon and I did it, but she wouldn't really let me do around her face. That's why, Rosie, turn around, honey. Hey. Yeah, you. That's why her face looks a little hazard. And he is so jealous of her. Whenever I give her loving, he has to get in the mix. And, you know, I don't know what you're going to do when you and your mom and dad move out, okay? So that is the dogs. That's why you see them in the balcony with me and around and all of that stuff. They are definitely, okay, they're definitely part of my life because I'm here all day, okay? So the next one is from Harika Mahendra, and she asked, how many plants do you have? Now this, I had to count. I did not know, so I counted and I have 87 outside in the balcony and 49 inside. Most of them are in this living room. And so that's 136 total. I don't think that's a lot, really, to be honest with you. I'm going to be getting more, obviously. So, yeah, I don't think that's a lot. Yeah. What is your number one wish list plant? And I'm going to do 2 because I have really always 2 categories, succulents and houseplants. Right now, the one that I'm planning to get next for houseplants is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I saw on Instagram the other day, there was a reported sighting at a local Trader Joe's that they were selling 6-inch potted Rhaphidophora tetraspermas for $20. I have not been able to get out there. I don't know, this was about a week and a half ago, if that, you know, is still happening or not. So maybe my next venture out will be to Trader Joe's. So. And then for succulents, I am still after the Cereus Forbesii spiralis. This is a spiraling cactus, very elusive, not easy to find. And when you do find them, they're $80, $100. So I am a very patient person when it comes to expensive plants. I wait until they, you know, peak as far as their popularity and the price comes down. So I am, you know, patient when it comes to that. Do you feel like you have too many plants? No, I don't. No, I don't feel that I have too many plants. Okay, so let's move on. You're comfortable there? Okay. So the next one is from my good friend Pammy's Plenty Things. Hi, Pam. Hope Minnesota's getting warmer. She asks, do you have any other hobbies besides plants? I do. I am going to be starting up my painting again once I get access to Kristen's room. I do acrylic and watercolor, and you know, I think in my next houseplant tour I'll show you some of my artwork that I have around the house and what I've done. So I do have artwork that I do, and I do have an Etsy shop also. Right now I'm doing more digital downloads, clip art type of things. Like I said, I don't have the capability of getting all my stuff out to do portraits and things like that. But I also do thrifting. I have a collection back here, well, partial that you can see there, of milk glass, vintage milk glass that I've collected from thrift stores, from antique shops. So I have that collection, and they're throughout the house that I use them, like in the bathroom and hold things and stuff like that. So milk glass. I also collect vintage teacups. And I collect vintage frames. I have some in my dining room area, some vintage frames that I've collected from thrift shops. So I do love thrifting. I do like repurposing things, and I think I'm going to do that as best I can when I set up my plant room. It's in getting that from thrift stores, places like that, instead of buying new. I'm really getting more into that sustainability and repurposing aspect of it instead of buying new. So I'll probably do that. She also asked, where are you from originally? I think I answered that. I am Guyana. And then Veronica Sanchez. Hi, Veronica. She is a huge supporter of my channel. I really appreciate her. She asked, when are you starting your plant room? Well, I'm going to need a few minutes to explain that one. You will probably, most of you that have been here on my channel for a while, know that my daughter Kristen got married February 22nd, and they were living with me. Her and Lucas were living with me, and the plan was that soon after they got back from their honeymoon, that they would get an apartment and move out. Well, then, all heck broke loose. I really think that they dodged a bullet with their wedding, having their wedding February 22nd, going to Disneyland for their honeymoon for a week. They come back and then everything is like on lockdown and quarantine. They missed it by that much, really. So with Arizona, the governor just said, we're on lockdown, stay home. Kristen's work has really lowered her hours. She's part-time now. Thank goodness Lucas is still working full-time. But with that, things are really up in the air. If things go through April as far as the social distancing and the quarantine, then they're looking at probably May to moving in for Kristen's hours to get back up to normal and stuff. So yeah, that means, I'm looking at around May for once they move out to get the plant room going, and my art room, it's going to be plant room / art studio / office. So that's kind of the up in the air tentative plans for that. So it's all in God's hands, really. and hopefully that will happen, because they're a newlywed couple. They want to get their own place and everything, but thank goodness that we're here to help each other and help each other financially and stuff. I'm on disability, so I do get my check every month, and it is what it is. We're here to support each other, and we just need to be patient. Yeah. Okay. Is from Pretty Papers, and she asks, how long and how did you become interested in succulents? I've been interested in succulents for quite a few years now. I'd say 6-7 years. I bought a lot of succulents from Mountain Crest Gardens, and succulents here in Arizona and cacti are very available. They grow very well here, so I've been interested in them for quite a while, and I've been a member of the Central Arizona Cacti and Succulent Society. Gone to their show. This show this year was canceled, unfortunately, but bought plants from the shows there and stuff, and so I've been interested in them for quite a while. Just the environment and the atmosphere here, climate-wise, in Arizona, is easy to grow cacti and succulents. So yeah, for quite a while. And then Cactus Caffeine, she's up in Vegas. She has a wonderful collection of cacti. She asks, do you have a favorite cactus type of cactus and why? I think it's a toss-up between euphorbias and sansevierias. Both of them are such unique plants in their structures. The euphorbias can be spiny and all prickly and everything, but give off beautiful flowers. you know, but they can be dangerous too because of the sap that they have in them. So, you know, I find that intriguing about them. Sansevierias, because of the structure that they have, it's almost architectural. So yeah, I would say between those two. I do have, you know, some Cereus and some Mammillarias, you know, spiky type of cactus out in my balcony. But I don't have like a golden barrel or a saguaro or anything like that, you know, because I have space limitations too. So yeah, I would say Sansevieria and Euphorbia, definitely. And then the last one here, Vita from Texas, Lifestyle by Vita. She asks, can you tell us about your planting zone and the challenges? Also, do you grow vegetables and herbs? Vita, I don't grow vegetables and herbs, although, you know, I know that is a very popular thing to do on balconies, to grow herbs and vegetables in containers. I don't, because my father has a great backyard, and actually I think I need to take you guys there sometime. He grows all sorts of vegetables and herbs back there, and supplies us with everything: spinach, cabbage, all different types of squashes, tomatoes, broccoli, garlic, onions. I mean, everything he grows back there. And, you know, at 86, I think that is truly what keeps him young, is being able to garden back there. You know, and I think it's wonderful. So I don't do it myself. I get my supplies from him. Now, our planting zone here, we are in zone 10, almost 9, but zone 10 technically. And, you know, some of the challenges as far as for perennials outside and stuff, you know, we can't have them because the summer sun is just so hard on certain perennials that it would just scorch them and burn them. But we do have some that are hardier that we can, you know, the bougainvilleas and milkweeds and things like that, that we can put out, that flower beautifully and can take it. That's why so much of the landscaping here in Arizona is native to, deciduous, I guess you could say, to the environment, as far as agaves, aloes, saguaros, things like that. And it can be beautiful in itself. You know, there's a big push here to eliminate grasses because of the watering requirements, and put in a type of arid type landscapes in your front yards and things like that, or even do a vegetable garden, like a victory garden out in your front yard. So there's a big push for that here. But yeah, we are zone 10 Vita. Okay. So those are the questions that I had, friends. If you have any other questions you want to know from me, please put them down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. And I hope that you get a little bit more of an idea of who I am and what I do and you know, I hope that it was entertaining for you and knowledgeable for you also. Thanks so much, friends, for spending some time with me today. I hope this video wasn't too long. I'll try to, you know, edit it as effectively as possible. And I appreciate you so much. If you like this video, friends, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more planting videos, whether it be balcony succulents and cacti or houseplants inside, please do subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that so much. Try to put out at least 2 or 3 videos a week, and would love to have you here. Okay? Have a blessed day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay home.